Ūñheadof, a community where herdsmen finds it difficult to kill a fortified 80-year-old until a herdswoman handled the gun. No fewer than 50 Fulani herders, both men and women, attacked Orele Igboro community in Yewa local government area of Ogun State on the evening of February 12th, killed 4 persons and injured 10 more. Of the 4 dead, the most striking was that of an octogenarian, Mary Adekunle, who was repeatedly shot at by herdsmen but was unmoved. It wasn't until a herdswoman snatched the gun, tapped her butt with it and shot at the woman that the bullet penetrated the woman and felled her. FIG confirmed that the Ogun State government donated a sum of 250,000 to Federal Medical Center in Abeokuta, the state capital, for the surgical operation of Adekunle Okpe Oluwa, a 10-year-old boy who was brutally injured in the attack. According to a Twitter user at Bimbo_Cash, who escalated the situation, Okpeoluwa sustained a brain injury after he was shot in the head. However, what was not known was the extent of the attack in Orele Igboro. Segun Orishajo, public relations officer of FMC in Abeokuta, said he was not aware of any other persons reported to be receiving care at the hospital, but insisted that the boy's health care is being taken care of by the state government. FIJ independently gathered that most of the injured persons are self-financing their treatment. As of March 2nd, 2 weeks after the attack, many huts were still closed. No child was in sight to wave at their fathers and mothers retiring to the shelter after a long day on the farm, all deserted. Even the only mobile police officer recently deployed to the community was not nearby. He had little or nothing to do on the dusty road at the border because the courageous residents who stayed back in the community were seated in their homes, counting losses. The herders had set fire on the barns where they stored farm produce. At least 2 motorcycles and 1 hut were also razed. Roofs, wooden doors, and windows were not spared, all shattered by rains of bullets, while these herders terrorized the community for roughly an hour. From afar, something stood out: the wall and doors, on which the blood of Olamide Amodu, a 7-year-old boy who was hacked to death, was splashed. Many of the local residents have fled their homes, and the few of us staying back still cannot sleep comfortably when it is dusk, says Amodu Amoke, grandmother of the late Olamide. According to eyewitnesses, the Fulani herders came in from the bush beside Adekunle Idowu's hut. The people first heard gunshots but didn't take it serious. It could have been anything like a hunter announcing his return from the bush or testing his den gun. Alas, it wasn't. Local dogs started barking, and before they could self-defend. Their attackers had rounded them up. 2 people were killed from the first hurt. Adekunle Idowu's wife, Kehinde, and his son, Monday Idowu, also got hit by bullets but didn't die. Opeoluwa, his mother's son who survived, was the one who caught the media's attention because of the bullet wounds to his head. 2 of Opeoluwa's mothers, Elijah and Daniel, also sustained injuries on their heads. Thank you for listening to this news. May God have mercy. You see, these headers, the way they operate sometimes still baffles me. The way they operate sometimes still baffles me. And one will be saying all this, our president will still be defending them. To be defending them. You see, these things are what is even giving me a lot of worries and a lot of concern. I've said it and I will still say it over and over. These people are not supposed to be seen in the midst of other regions. Let them live alone. Allow them to live alone. They are good at living alone so that they can understand themselves. Mind you, they understand their language alone. That is why when a northern man and someone from another region gets into a serious fight, they find it difficult to settle because they can hardly hear or understand each other. You understand? You know, this language difference is a very big problem. It's a very big problem. Yes, it's good for us to live together, to hear each other's language. But in this situation, I would advise that these herdsmen are allowed to go their own separate ways. That is from my own observation. All right. So, my dear viewers, I don't know how you feel on what I've just said. Please, deem it fit to leave your own comments below the comment section. Click on the subscription buttons as well as the bell buttons to get updated whenever we upload any new videos. Thank you.